America likes to work with the dictators. This is a statement not of somebody from India, but a former CIA officer, John Kirakau. Jai Hind, my name is Navjot Singh, and I welcome you to another episode of the Spy Master series. So, talking about this interview where Mr. Kirakau has categorically talked about how Pakistan has been in hand in glove with Americans. Now, post 2000 9/11 attacks, there was a lot of pressure on the Pakistani establishment to hunt down Al-Qaeda as well as the mastermind Osama bin Laden. And America pumped in millions of dollars to that effect, creating, a lot of strengthening its, intelligence capabilities in that region. But for that, वो सब करने के लिए अमेरिका को free hand चाहिए था. America needed a free hand in Pakistan. So it wanted to nurture its contacts, its assets, and for that, the most important person in command, Musharraf, General Musharraf, who was in command at that time, he was kind of bought over by the Americans by sending in millions of dollars through military aid, through development aid, and all of various channels of funneling in money to Pakistan. Now what happens? Now America was in a desperate need. It required the Pakistanis to help them in hunting down the Al-Qaeda, the perpetrators, the alleged perpetrators of the 9/11 Twin Tower attacks. To compensate for that, as a bargain, Americans maintain a strategic distance. So Americans did maintain a strategic distance, not to antagonize the Pakistanis at that time, because they wanted full cooperation of the ISI establishment there. Post the Parliament House attack, when Indian Parliament was attacked by, Pakistani-backed militants, terrorists, so to say, at that time also there was a lot of, rallying by the American secretaries, American officials on both sides not to go for a full-scale nuclear war. In that regard also, उस संदर्भ में भी ये समझने की ज़रूरत है कि Pakistan has been used as, building up its nuclear arsenal, how Pakistan has been building its nuclear arsenal, and America, has supported them to a great extent. When talking about Mr. Dr. A.Q. Khan, who was the main champion for the Pakistani nuclear program, the Americans were well within their powers. They had the wherewithal to take him down, but it was on the insistence of the Saudis, who maintained relatively better relations with the Americans at that time, more so to, for maintaining their oil supplies and all of that. So they wanted the Americans not to take down this gentleman, this nuclear scientists. Apart from that, another news that has been, making the news about the alleged assassination plot of Prime Minister Modi. I think there has to be a little bit of sense of maturity when dealing with such news. People have been talking about how he was, traveling with Mr. Putin in his personal car for quite some time. We have to refrain from such speculative things, and we should make sure that we don't compromise on the security. So that's all. We try to demystify a few things. But one thing you also should understand, that we don't need a validation of some former intelligence officials of foreign countries to understand the problems that we are facing. We are facing Pak-bred terror within India, and we have been dealing with it for the past 3.5 decades. And we are dealing with it. We are capable enough to deal with it. We don't need a validation or vindication from someone across the border. And dealing Pakistan in the language that it understands best has to be done at the strategic level, intelligence level, and at the administrative level, at the political level. The things are being taken out, and these are something that should not be speculated about. That's all, friends. We'll see you in another lecture of the Spy Master series. Until then, goodbye. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.